These are the Braxtons, and you'll see we're not like an ordinary family. Tony, Tracy, a Braxton family values. This show gives me a headache. It gives me a headache. We're gonna get to it. So not much really happened this episode. So I'm actually gonna do two reviews. I'm gonna do Braxton Family Values, and I know that next week is the season finale, but I'm so sorry. The fuckery that's going on Love After Lockup, I have to address it. First of all, we'll get to Love After Lockup because that's really my fucking show. But let's get to it. If you guys do not know, then you can go back and watch my reviews. I did review Tamar Get Your Life, aka David Get Your Life. You know, the whole show is about him, you know, so that's pretty much that. Alrighty, so let's get to it. Okay, so we start off with like an individual shot of everybody. Tony, your hair in every scene, for the most part, except when you're doing your video, absolutely no. It just looks like the part right here, I don't know if somebody like teased it or I don't know. But it gave me very like Freaknik 1992, you know, and you was having a good time with your friends. Like, that's what it gave me, and I didn't like it at all. But anyway, you see different shots of everybody, you know, and everybody's pretty much talking about, you know, how they felt when, you know, they heard about Tamar, you know, trying to commit suicide, as we know she did. I believe it was back in like July or something like that. She got to commit suicide. And so everybody's saying their little thing. Now, Tracy, when it got to her, it felt like she didn't really care. Like, I mean, can I blame her? I mean, that is your sister, so you should care. But it just felt like she was kind of over the whole situation. So, but she said what she had to say. So then we rewind 7 months, which that would be January. Well, I don't know when they, like, talked to them, but like I said, I believe that she tried to commit suicide in July. So, regardless, this is sometime in 2020 that all of this is being filmed, right? Okay. So we see Tony. Tony, as Tamar likes to say, Tony the living legend Braxton, okay, is doing a video for her song. I believe it's called Dance. Okay. For the new album it is that she has out called, I think, My Name is Tony, some shit like that. Okay. I'm gonna be real. I listened to the album like when it came out. I don't care for that song. I think the album, it's really like very short. It's not very long. It has, I believe this is the album that has the one guy that appears on there two or three different times. I like the songs with him, but I did like Love and Cigarettes. I did like that album much better because long as I live, long as I can live, I'll never get over. It's killing me. And it's like, I said, get it, Tony. Get it, Tamar, get the Wanda. But yeah. But anyway, she still looked good. I don't know why. It doesn't work on everybody. And I feel like it doesn't work on me for some reason. But I love when people, like, have on oversized, like, wear. Like, not all the time, but, like, on Tony, it looks good. For some reason, the queen of wearing oversized stuff is Rihanna. I have no idea how she makes, like, a big-ass, like, super duper fly like trash bag like look. It looked dope as hell. But like I said, the outfit that Tony had on was really, really cute. Tamar ends up coming, you know, and she's being silly and helping direct the video, whatever. So they talk about Trina's bachelorette party. If y'all don't know, Trina's getting married, and you know Tony can't go because you know she has to work. And you know Tamar said, you know, she'll go though because you know she don't want it to be that Tamar and Tony didn't come. So she's gonna go. What did make me kind of sad a little bit, and even when I was watching Real Housewives of Orange County, and it was like, oh, 2020 is gonna be a much better year than 2019, and Tony's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to go tour, and it's gonna be a great year to tour, and I said, that's what we all thought. And you wanna know what? Sidestep real fast. So Beyonce came out with a Vogue cover, right? And a Vogue cover, you know, an interview with Vogue magazine, and she pretty much said how she's like gonna take a break from music and just focus on her family. I read that, the way I really read that is that for her in particular, it makes sense for right now for her to take a break because Beyonce really gets her quaint. She gets her quaint from touring. And with the way that everything is going, it doesn't look like anybody's going to be able to tour, not the way that she sells out venues, for quite some time. So if any time is to take a break right now, I mean, if there's any time to take a break, it would be right now. Shout out to Beyonce. I see your business now. We're here, sis. We're here. But anyway, so I feel bad for Tony, man. But I hear Tony, she puts on a good show. I hear Tony puts on a good show. So then we go over to Trina. She's talking to Miss Evelyn, who looks beautiful as always, and she's pretty much talking about how her daddy want to sing, and her mom like, don't let him sing. He can't sing. Don't let that man sing. And I'm like, fair. Because at first I was like, Miss Evelyn, let it go. But it is what it is. We all know. Let's just put it out there so I ain't got to talk about it later. We all know that Miss Evelyn is super, super petty. For whatever reason, she won't let this whole situation go with her ex-husband and this woman. Yes, it was wrong. He was your man. Like, Tamar wrote the whole song. We understand. But, 20 years has gone by. He's still with this woman. It's time to let go. So yeah, so then we got Tracy and her husband. Oh my gosh. Okay, see, I try so hard to be fair when it comes to Tracy. I try my best not to overjudge. Like, I feel like a dual thing with Tracy. Because Tracy, of course, is just talking about the issues that she has with her sisters, right? This is how I feel about Tracy. Okay. On Tamar Get Your Life, David met up with Tracy's husband, Kevin. I'm surprised I remember his name. But, Kevin out of his mouth said that it still hurts her that y'all know the whole situation about the record deal and how she was pregnant and how they kicked her out the group. And it's like, if that's what it stems from, you really, Tracy, need to go and sit with like a therapist and get that worked out, because that was over 20 something years ago. Like somebody else said, it's not even like the Braxtons, as far as a group, was successful. You have to let that hurt go. Now, if you're talking about anything past that, understandable. But I feel like that situation, this is how I feel. I feel like they do include Tracy, and but however, comma, I do feel like there are times where she is othered, but I feel like for the majority of the part, ever since that situation has happened, Tracy has pretty much, that's how she views everything now when it comes to her sisters. Ever since it was, oh, you're kicked out to the curb of this group, I feel like that's the lens that she has always looked at them through. And maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's the same way, like with the sisters, they kind of look at her to the side. Like I said, I'm not trying to discount everything that Tracy says, but sometimes it feels as if Tracy doesn't want to get to a resolve. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just feels like she wants to be angry. It feels like that. And if anything, if you can't let it go, as far as getting along with them, you have to clean that up for yourself. It's not good to always be walking around with that type of shit on your chest all the time. It's not healthy. But yeah, like I said, if you need to set boundaries with your families, understandable. That makes all the sense in the world. Got you. So we get to Trina's bachelorette party, and it's at Tamika's house. Tamika, who is from SWV, not Tiny, because that's her name too, but the other Tamika, okay, Tamika Scott, I believe. Her house is very nice. There was a whole bunch of people up in there. I seen Quad. I said, hey, Quad. Hey, I don't know who that was. Who was the lady from Little Women Atlanta? I can't remember which one that is. But hey, Lily, hey, I'm so into you. Like, I was saying hi to everybody. Okay, how y'all doing? The bachelorette party, it was cute. I was gonna really get into it, but I don't care. It was cute. They had, freaky shit going on, grapefruit. Of course, Tamar wants to act stank with her. I didn't help, so why am I even here? This is why nobody can stand you, because see, you always coming off like a brat. You talking about what the cameras is doing. Look at how you're acting. But I do like how she helped Trina, there we go, too many T's, Trina find an outfit or whatever. Everybody look cute. After that, Tawanda, after the party went fine or whatever, Trina had a little moment, but it wasn't that big of a deal. After the party the next day, I didn't say, but Tracy came to the party too. She got along with everybody. It was fine. So the next day, Tawanda meets up with Tracy in the hotel, and they pretty much have a conversation, you know, about the fact, like, Tawana pretty much wants to make it so that for the whole time that they're there and for Trina's wedding, that there's, like, no issue, that there won't be any fights, which there will be. According to David, he said that Tracy, like, put her hands on Tamar at the wedding. We shall see. But she just wanted to make sure everything was cool, calm, and collected, you know. Tracy said, you know, I haven't really talked to y'all because I haven't really wanted to, you know. She just feels, I guess, disrespected, and, you know, she's going to talk to everybody when she wants to talk to everybody. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get what you're saying as far as trying to set your own boundaries, and you can decide who you want to be around and whatnot. But, again, sometimes it just comes off like you don't want to have a resolve. Like, you've been in the I'm hurt position so long that it feels like that's the only position that you can take. I don't know. So yeah, so that was that. So that's that. I will timestamp all of this so you guys can know when to go to the next thing. So now we got Love After Lockup, okay? Love After Lockup is my show, and again, I know we're coming to the season finale. It's literally next week. But again, I had to say my two pieces on this show because the fuckery that goes on, it's gonna be too much for me. Okay, so who we gonna start off with? I ain't got my glasses, so I can't see for shit. Okay, Maurice and Jessica. Now, I don't know who said this. It might have been Ashley Miller. Ashley Miller, I'm sorry if I'm putting this on you. But ever since I've heard it, I cannot get it out my head. I believe, and don't quote me on this, but somebody said that Jessica is a homely looking white woman. And ever since that has been said, I have agreed, and that's all I can think of every time I see her. I just be looking at Jessica like, I guess, and again, I am nobody's Naomi Campbell, but that home, it's the homely word. That's what it is, the homely word that got me. But y'all know Maurice is cute or whatever. I think Maurice might be the same age as me. He's cute, he's fine, or whatever the case may be. You can tell he real he Compton out, he Cali'd out, okay? But they found out, you know, that they was pregnant a couple episodes ago, and I believe the father gave Maurice like money to get her a ring or whatever. So he did that, proposed to her, blah 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 blah. And Maurice slipped up to, I think, last episode and told the father that he was pregnant. But anyway, Jessica and her mama on the way to the bridal shop, okay, for them to go look at something. You know, she talks about how her sister doesn't talk to her because, you know, she's messing with a nigga. That's not what she said, but I'm telling you that's what it is. It's because she's messing with a nigger, okay? And you know, she doesn't really want to be around her, and she doesn't approve, blah 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 blah. So they get there, put on a wedding dress. I think her friend comes too, and you know the telltale sign of somebody being pregnant is, you want something to drink? You want a drink? You want some glass champagne? Nah, I'm good. Why you don't want no champagne? Why you don't want no champagne? Especially if you're the person, even if you don't drink a lot, if you drink on occasion, something like that, you would think you would want to take a little sip of. So that gave it away that she was pregnant. The mama knew before she even told her, to be quite honest. I already could tell that she knew. And, you know, being a grandma, she was happy. She was like, oh, I'm having a grandchild. Oh, my gosh. So, yeah. That's them, too. Chevelle and, oh, my gosh, where's his name? No, hold on, because I know his name. Chevelle. Quaylen, there we go. Chevelle and Quaylen. Oh my gosh. Okay. Chevelle makes me mad in so many ways because, as it's probably been said already by like a lot of people, I just feel like it's very irresponsible. I say this all the time. You gotta be careful with who you have around your kids. And this is not me trying to say that Quaylen would do something, but the thing is, you don't even really know this man for real. And you already have him living in the same house with your daughter. You have him have your child trying to call him daddy or some shit like that. That stuff bothers me because it's too thirsty. It's too thirsty. And not only is it too thirsty, but you're literally forcing your own will on your child when it comes to a relationship. It's one thing if y'all live somewhere, oh, like I'm moving here, you gonna move here with too, you gonna move here with me too, cause bitch you the child. But in this type of situation, I don't like that, especially when a child is young like that. Like let her do that on her own. Let her figure that out on her own. If she wanna call that man daddy, if he's in her life long enough, that's the thing. Will he even be in her life long enough? I could keep going on a tangent about that, but you know, it's been a month, and you know, Quaylen has been in Texas or whatever, and Love After Lockup, you need to check the editing team because when it switched over to Quaylen, it said that he was in that he was still in Kansas City. That's why I was confused, and I'm like, wait, what? But no, he was in Texas. So check your editing crew. But anyway, what the fuck do I expect? It's fucking weed. Well, I shouldn't expect much. But anyway, so yeah, so he's been down there. He's been working and whatnot, and so his sister, I think, wants to hang out with him. So he goes and hangs out with her, and you know, her and I don't know if that was her friend or her cousin or whoever the fuck was next to her, sitting up here talking shit and. Oh, you need to be down here, and then the sister invited some girl to be down there. I mean, Quaylen was minding his own business. He was keeping it cute, keeping it quite fresh and funky as far as I'm concerned. Minding his business. But I'm gonna get to something because I don't play these are the games that I don't fucking play. And so, you know, she takes a picture of Quaylen and the girl sitting next to each other. Now, mind you, this whole time Chevelle is blowing Quaylen up because she, according to her, she's saying he's not really communicating with her. So he ends up picking up the phone or whatever, and he's like, well, like, what's your problem? You keep blowing me up. She's like, where you at? He's like, I'm out. And she's like, oh, well, like, who are you with? Because your sister just posted a picture of you and some girl. Like, who is she? This, that, and the third. Now, I can see, because no, let's get this correct. Chevelle is extremely insecure. Absolutely. But these are the type of games that I don't play. I'm telling you, I say it all the time. Us women, like women, we are petty. Like we're super, super petty. If you know for a fact that you're friends with Chevelle on fucking social media, and you purposely post up a picture of him and another girl that you know she ain't never meet before a day in her life, you're doing that shit on purpose. And like again, the sister already don't want him to go back, and she knows that too. So again, yes, she is insecure, but that was on purpose. And those are the type of games I do not play. I don't play those type of games at all. As a sibling, you need to mind your fucking business. That's what I do. I don't stick my nose in any of my siblings' relationships, and they don't do the same to mine because it's not your fucking place. Unless somebody is getting hands put on, and even then to a degree, you gotta kind of mind your business because 9 times out of 10, that person might end up going back. But outside of that, you mind your damn business. So yeah, Chevelle is extremely insecure. But again, that little girl, she knew what she was doing. His sister knew exactly what the fuck she was doing. She did that shit on purpose, okay? But all of that to say, Chevelle, you're still dumb, Chevelle. You're acting stupid. It do seem like he wants to go back. It does seem like he wants to go back to her. But again, you're just doing too much. It's like I think Quaylen is the one that has been locked up like since he was like 17. He has never had the chance to live his regular life. He missed a lot of time with his mom, even though she got on my nerves. He did miss a lot of time with his sister. Like I think he was going 12 years. Like give that man a chance to just get back mentally into the right place, because in all reality, if he stays there with you, Chevelle, all he gonna do is still be the same 17-year-old that he was when he got locked up. He just living with a grown-ass woman and with a child. He needs to mentally take the time to adjust to being a 20-something-year-old in 2020. Period. So, oh my gosh. I'm going to get to them last because second to last. Christiana and John. Now, I do feel bad for Christiana, you know, because she has an addiction problem. But John is not helping. John is not really holding her to the highest like accountability that he can. You know, they had what do the old people say? They went and they made whoopee or whatever. And then the morning that she woke up, she was supposed to take her ass and turn herself in because she left it in halfway house, okay? And you know, I understand it's not a fun day to get up and be like, I have to turn myself in and I know I'm going to jail type situation. But again, with John being a convict and being a felon, if he gets caught with you, he will go down for harboring a fugitive, and he can possibly get more. He can possibly go to jail as well. And she has even said that. So it bothers me that you are. I get it. I get it. She's scared. But again, girl, this is your third time. So I understand it ain't fun every time you go, but still, girl, you gotta suck it up. You gotta suck it up for the time being because you don't want to hurt everybody else around you. Like, you have to keep it moving. But that's why even when they left, her sister, when they went to the house and they was like, oh, are you supposed to go today? She's like, oh yeah, I was going to, but I just want to spend time with you. Her sister was like, you need to go now because you're gonna put it off, and they got this warrant out for you, and if they catch your ass, it's gonna be worse. Which that's big fucking facts. Sean and Destiny. Oh my gosh. Sean is stupid. Destiny is annoying. I could really stop right there, and everything in me wants to just stop right there and keep going. Oh, I could keep going. But Destiny, you have no reason to have an attitude with Kelly. I'm so tired of her keep saying, why she keep calling you? They have a whole Brady Bunch. They have a whole second string line, okay, of fucking kids. And you want to know why she keep calling him? Maybe because this one got to get picked up at soccer, and that one got to be dropped off at ballet, and that one needs to get shoes, and she only one person that can't do it by her damn self. How about that? How about that? And the disrespect for you to say, for you to be engaged to this man and say to him, oh, I don't really feel like I should be coming in playing stepmother right now. Like that's not where we at with it. But you're engaged to him. And you're about to literally be their stepmom once you guys get married. That's why I said, Sean, you're stupid. Sean, you're stupid. And like Kelly said, Kelly's not the one. So Destiny, you think you're going to buck up? You're going to get knocked the fuck out. And the biggest difference is that, see, your ass will go back to jail, Destiny. You'll go back to jail. And you want to know something? You want to know the honest God truth? If y'all was to get into a fight and both of y'all was to get arrested, best to believe he bailing out the mother of his child before he bailing out you. Keep that in mind, sis. Keep that in mind, okay? And then we have, okay, all I'm going to say is allegedly. Heather is on some type of narcotic. Either that or she has a mental issue. The way she can go from 0 to 100 is ridiculous. How jealous she is makes absolutely no sense. Now, as we left off before, she skirted off because Dylan told the truth. You took too long getting ready, so now I missed the deadline to go get my driver's license and to get everything I needed. You took too long, but he said it in a cute, playful way, and she want to take off and drive all crazy or whatever. And he needs to leave. He needs to get his shit and leave. And I didn't even know until this episode that he had a good relationship with his mom and with his aunt and stuff like that. Normally, a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times when Love After Lockup be on, a lot of times the people, they go to their significant other because a lot of times they don't have the best relationship with their family anymore, or their family is kind of tired and is not going to take care of them anymore. But he got a whole mama that loves him, a whole aunt. They're ready to take him in, and he's like, I don't want to leave her because, she's done so much for me, blah, 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 blah. And this is how I know, Dylan, you wasn't paying attention to the signs because he said he didn't know Heather was this crazy. However, the reason he didn't see his mom that much when he was locked up is because Heather was feeling like his mom was monopolizing all of his time when he could have been seeing her. That should have been a red flag right there, my guy. Because that's exactly what she's doing now. So, get your shit and go. You need to take that. You need to take what they're giving you and go stay with your mama. Because she's gonna get you back in jail. Point blank period. The way that she was driving, if y'all would have got pulled over, for whatever the case may be, they could find any reason to lock your ass up. And you continuously be around her, you're gonna go back to jail. And that's just that on that. And then Lindsay and Scott. Lindsay is another one, again, about who the fuck you keep your kids around. But again, we all know that Lindsay is here for the money. If anybody is clear that's here for the money, it's definitely Lindsay, okay? I feel uncomfortable with the relationship that he has with her daughter. I understand that he lost his son, so it could just be like another child type of thing, but I feel uncomfortable with it. I'm uncomfortable. So her friend Tara Bell comes over, and it was funny because the production asked Tara, do you think it's about the money? She was like, it's always about the money. And if you can't get her what it is that she needs, she will move on and find somebody else that can. Which, I mean, you can't hate the player. You just gotta hate the game, to be quite honest. I mean, just be honest. Like, just be an honest gold digger. That's all I'm saying. Just be honest about it. But anyway, her and Tara and Lindsay end up going upstairs, and she was like, you gotta like make me like him because I'm not feeling it right now, you know, and I know it's about the money. And then, you know, she says, like, does he really know about like our relationship for real? And Scott had just said how from what he understands that Tara is like an emotional support. No, that's her girlfriend. That's her girlfriend. All of these people are hot ass mess. Heather needs to go to rehab. She needs to go to rehab, or she needs to go to therapy. Probably both, as far as I'm concerned. This shit is insane. I'm out, y'all. Bye.